guys, how's it going? My name is Faye. For those of you that don't know me, for those of you that do, hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. For today's video, I thought I would do a dewy, glowy makeup look because I've actually seen a few of you request it in the comments. Usually I go for a matter look, but I had a lot of fun doing this and I think it looks so good. Really quickly, before I get started, I want to thank everyone who participated in the giveaway. I really enjoyed reading all your resolutions. It was so inspiring and it really motivated me, and I added some things onto my list of resolutions as well. So again, thank you and good luck to everyone. And I think that's all I have to say. So let's get started with the makeup. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin. I want it to be really moisturized and hydrated so that it looks very dewy and glowy, but from within. So I'm actually going to use the Fenty Skin Hydra Vizor, and I'm going to mix in a few drops of this Drunk Elephant Marula oil. I really like the Hydra Vizor because it makes my skin super glowy, and then mixing in the facial oil just gives it that extra little boost. Like, look at that. But as you can see, my skin looks super hydrated. I'm just gonna let that sink into the skin for a little bit before I go ahead with primer. Using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, I'm gonna take a couple pumps and apply that all over my face. But now that the primer's on, I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute. It says to do that on the instructions, so that's what I'm gonna do. I actually don't think my face has ever looked shinier, so good prep. After a minute or so, I like to take a pore filling primer, so I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm just going to put that where I have pores and fine lines. So for me, it's usually the smile lines. These get really bad, so I'm just going to pat it into the skin. And I have really big pores on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Next, you're going to take your favorite foundation. Mine is the Hourglass Vanish. Okay. Next, you're going to take your favorite radiant foundation. Mine is the Hourglass. Mine is the Hourglass. I can't do this. Mine is the Hourglass Vanish Stick. There we go. In the shade Golden. And I just like to apply it like this. Now I'm going to use a Morphe M439 to blend that out. You already know, blend it on the ear and down the neck every time. This isn't technically a radiant finish foundation, it's a natural finish, but I think it looks really radiant. I like to bring it on my eyelids as well. And now if I need a little bit more coverage somewhere, I'm just gonna go in with another layer. I have a lot of blemishes on this side, so I'm just gonna do that here. Before I conceal and highlight, I'm actually going to contour. As usual, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Light, and I'm picking that up on a Morphe M523, and I'm just patting it onto the skin. I like to apply it a little bit higher up, just to lift my face. So I'm only bringing up a little bit of product just to kind of give myself a little bit of warmth there as well. A little bit on the jawline, and then blend that down as well. Now I'm going to highlight using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Sepia. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the inner corner and then drag that up to lift the face. I like how I said a little bit. When I say a little bit, just take that with a grain of salt. A little bit on the chin, forehead, and then the nose. I like to let my concealer set a little bit just to get tacky, so it's been about a minute. I'm going to blend out my forehead and my chin and my nose, leaving a little bit more time for the under eyes since I need the most coverage there. And I'm just using a beauty blender to blend that out. Because I've applied so much concealer, there's so much on my sponge, so I'm just going to apply it here to just kind of lift the face again. But I don't want to like apply the concealer directly because then I feel like it's too much, but when you just use the remaining concealer, it's the perfect amount. Now I'm going to set my face using the MERCIER Honey Translucent Powder. I'm just going to use a little bit less than I normally would because the powder gets rid of this whole dewy thing I've got going on. So instead of taking my beauty blender, I'm just going to take a Morphe brush. This one is unnamed, so I'm gonna link it down below. Well, I got it in a set, so I'm gonna link the set down below. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that powder and I'm just going to push it into my skin. And I'm just doing that where I tend to crease or get oily, so under my eyes, my smile lines, my forehead, my chin, and my nose. Now for bronzer, I want to use something that has a little bit of shimmer to it, just so it reflects the light and adds to this like glowy look I'm going for. So I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Deep Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to pick that up with the Morphe E4. And I'm just patting that into the skin. And I'm just applying it over anywhere I had my cream contour. I'm also going to use this to contour my nose. Again, I'm going to use an unnamed Morphe brush, but it's from the same set as the last one, so they're both going to be linked down below. And I like to focus most of the product on the tip of my nose just to give me a lifted button nose, and then with any remaining product, I will blend that up onto the bridge and into my eyebrows. Now, by far the most radiant blush I've ever used is actually a powder blush. This is by Milani. The shade is Luminoso, and honestly, the shade name just gives it away. It is so luminous. I'm gonna pick that up on another unnamed Morphe brush, again in the same set. It's a really good set, guys, and it's a great price, and a lot of the time Morphe has like 50% off on their sets. And I'm gonna place that on my temples and cheekbones. Once again, to lift the face. How tired are you guys of hearing me say lift the face? Before I do highlight, I'm going to use a dewy setting spray. This is the Max Fix Plus in Goldlite. You're going to want to give this a really good shake. There's a lot of like little glitter in this, and I want my face to look like it's glowing from within, like I'm just radiant. I don't want it to look like I've just applied a bunch of glitter on my face. So you really want to make sure that you give this a good shake. And then I'm just going to push it in with my beauty blender. Now for highlighter, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in my Flawless Base makeup tutorial, I was talking about my favorite products for base makeup, and when it came to highlighter, I couldn't tell you guys what it was, but I finally am allowed to share this product with you guys, and it's actually the Merit Beauty Highlighting Balm. I am obsessed with this product, and it's not glittery either, which I really like. It just looks like you're glowing from within. This is how I like to apply it. I just like to swirl it around on my finger. I like to warm up the product before I go in and apply it on my face. And now I'm going to pat it on. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in person, this glow is just beautiful. And you can keep building it up until you get like the glow that you want. But what I really love is that it just makes your skin look so healthy. It's just such a healthy glow, if that makes sense. Oh my God, my skin just looks like butter now. It's so beautiful. There's two shades. This is the shade Cava. It's more of a champagne color. And then there's another one that's a rose gold color, and I really want to pick that up as well because I just love this product. For nose highlight, I'm going to pick up Max Whisper of Guilt on a Morphe M213, and I just apply that in a little exclamation point on the tip of my nose and then up the bridge. For eyebrows, I like to use the ABH brow pen. I use two different colors. I use medium brown and dark brown, and I just do that to give them a little bit more dimension since I basically draw on a whole new brow tail. I start off by drawing out my brow tail and how long and high I want it to be. And then with a light hand, I draw brush strokes at the front of my brow. Now with dark brown, I'm going to draw on more hairs on the tail of my brow just to give it a little bit more dimension and make it look a little bit more real. Now I'm going to take the Merit Volumizing Pomade and set my brows in place. I'm using the black brown color, and this just makes my eyebrows look really thick and full, and it also just sets them in place. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this brow, and I will be right back. Okay, both eyebrows are done. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but my face is so glowy in person. So I was like, okay, should I do an eye look? Because this tutorial is focused on like skin, and you can really do any eye look you want with this. But then I was thinking I kind of wanted to do like a glowy, glossy eye look as well. It's going to be really simple, really quick. You're just going to want to take your favorite transition shade. I'm using Sandstone from the NATASHA DENONA Gold palette on a Morphe M441. So I'm going to pick that up and work it in my crease. And as always, I'm pulling that up to lift the face a little bit. And I'm doing this with a really light hand. I don't want it to be too crazy. So a little tip for you guys, the lower you hold your brush, the more diffused and light the color will apply. If I hold it higher up, the color will be darker and more pigmented and not as diffused. So if you hold it like this, it'll be more diffused. And that's exactly what I want for this look. And now for the lid, I'm actually gonna take the Merit Highlighting Balm again on my finger, and I'm gonna put that on my eyelid just to give me kind of like a glossy look. And I really like this because it's not sticky, so it's not gonna be annoying on my eye. I still wanna do like a light eyeshadow situation, so I'm gonna take that same palette and the shade Log, which is this color here, and I'm going to take it on an angled brush. This is the Morphe E29, and I'm just going to create a winged eyeshadow liner. What I like to do is just stamp the brush and then from there blend the product out into the desired shape that I want. With the same brush and the same color, I'm going to do my inner corner flick. And I just wanted to use an eyeshadow for this because, like I said, this look really focuses on skin, so I don't want to do anything too crazy with the eyes. But yeah, I really like this subtle look. I like when I use subtle, even though there's really nothing subtle about this eyeliner still. Like, it's still pretty intense, but that's just me. To me, this is subtle. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this eye, and I will be right back. Now it's time for lashes. I'm going to do false lashes as always, but I'm going to do half lashes just to, again, keep it very subtle. First, I'm just going to apply some mascara. This is the Merit Lengthening Mascara. And just letting you guys know, if you are interested in any of the Merit products, I'm going to be leaving a link down below in the description. And also just want to let you guys know that if you do use the link, I do make a small commission. As always, I'm just applying a light layer of lash glue onto my lash line directly. I just find that when I have the lash glue on my lash line and on the actual fake lash, it just sticks on a lot easier and also won't lift at all throughout the day. See how easy that was? I honestly refuse to put my lashes on any other way now. Now it's time for lips. I'm thinking to do a glossy nude. So for lip liner, I'm going to use the KKW Beauty Nude 1.5. Overlaying the Cupid's bow. I love these lip liners. They're so good. Thank you, Kimberly. And now I'm taking the KKW Beauty Nude 2 lipstick. And I'm gonna use my finger to blend that out. I just love how creamy her products are. They're so good. And for gloss, I'm taking the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Samantha. Okay, we're almost done, but because my face is so slick right now, I really want to make sure to lock it in. So you're gonna grab your favorite setting spray. In terms of long wear and making sure your makeup doesn't transfer, I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It is amazing. So I'm just going to go in with that. And I'm really not shy when applying that because, like I said, I usually do a lot of powder and I really set my face, but because I wanted it to be radiant and glowy, I tried to use very little powder. So this really helps to lock it in. All right, and this is the finished look. I love how this turned out. I just think it's so beautiful, so radiant, so glowy, everything it's meant to be. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you like this vibe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.